Along with the written Torah which was given to Moses at Mount Sinai, included in the 5 books of Moses, was also the oral Torah, many laws and details which give context and fill in many gaps in the written Torah. In addition, there is also a specific framework, a system of how to extrapolate new laws and new teachings in the Torah in generations to come. And the first mitzvah of Wednesday is that we are commanded to obey the higher court, the Sanhedrin, the sages in general, in their teachings of Torah, whether it's in the oral Torah based on something which was passed on to them through the generations from Moses at Mount Sinai, or even though it wasn't actually written in the 5 books of Moses, or in a new law which they taught based on their extrapolation using the framework that we mentioned above, or if they added an additional safeguard to protect the Torah's laws, or because of a concern that they saw that they needed to add a specific law, we are commanded to obey the sages, the Sanhedrin, and all of these teachings and all of these rulings. There is a negative mitzvah that we are not to disobey or deviate from the Sanhedrin's teachings in any of the above-mentioned rulings. And actually, the Torah talks about a specific case of a Zaken Mamre, a sage, someone who is a sage himself, who makes a ruling which differs from the majority of the sages at the time, and there is a severe punishment for the Zaken Mamre. Because even though this is a smart man, somebody who is teaching based on their understanding of the Torah, but the Hashem tells us that we are commanded to follow the majority, and we are commanded to follow the Sanhedrin. And if a sage deviates from their teachings, they are violating this prohibition. There is a negative mitzvah that we are not to add any laws or mitzvahs to the Torah, and there is a negative mitzvah that we are not to deviate, we are not to subtract from any of the laws or the mitzvahs of the Torah. When the sages add rulings of their own, they are only adding rulings within the Torah, not adding new mitzvahs to the 613 mitzvahs that were given to Moses at Mount Sinai. Thank you for watching.